She slept with my husband and they stole my home so I took everything back. They betrayed Grandma. She took my husband and my house. I was 64 years old, married for 42 years, and died in my family. But the day my sister-in-law whispered that my husband was sleeping with our daughter-in-law, my world cracked into. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I just made a plan. Because if they thought they could steal my life, they had no more idea who they were messing with. If you've ever been betrayed by the very people who were supposed to protect you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that prove one thing karma doesn't forget. Now buckle up, because this story, it ends with a vengeance no more one saw coming. I met Carlos when he was just ke-20. He was charming, dependable, a hard worker. We built a life together, raised 3 kids, saved every penny, and they even preserved my family's ancestral home. That house had been passed down through 4 generations. My great-grandfather built it with his own hands. Every beam held memories. At 64, he was happy, or he thought he was. Then came that Sunday dinner. My sister-in-law Linda stayed behind to help clean. She looked nervous, and then, out of nowhere, she said quietly, "Nadine, I don't know how to tell you this, but Carlos is having an affair." I laughed at first. 42 years of marriage, we had grandkids, we shared dentures, for heaven's sake. But then she said the name. "It's Amanda, your daughter-in-law." Time froze. I felt the blood drain from my face. Amanda, married to my son Eric. Amanda, who used to cry on my shoulder during her first pregnancy. Amanda, who called me mom. Linda handed me her phone, screenshots, texts, photos, and the worst of all, a recording. Charles telling Amanda that once he was out of the picture, they could sell the house, my house. That night, I sat alone in the kitchen. I didn't cry. I just stared at the table we bought 30 years ago and I thought, how long have we been sleeping next to Aliar? Days passed. I played the role, smiled, cooked, kissed Carlos goodnight, but inside, it was burning. Then I started digging. Turns out, Charles and Amanda were already in the process of transferring the house title. Without telling me, they were counting on my ignorance. Assuming he wouldn't notice the forged signature, the fake power of attorney. Charles had even convinced me to sign some medical paperwork. Months ago only it wasn't medical. He wasn't just betrayed, he was being stolen from. That's when he decided they would regret everything. Step 1. He got a lawyer. Quietly, a good one. Step 2. He visited the local land records office. Using a little charm and the fact that everyone in town knew me, uncovered every shady document Charles had filed. Turns out, they'd already falsified my mental health records, claimed he was slipping into early dementia, so they could justify taking control of the property.